Hello there, I'm on Fire Island for the first time and I'm birding. I believe the region I'm in right now is called... Colloquially, this region is known as the Meat Rack. It lies between the Fire Island Pines and Cherry Grove. Among the beach plum and dune grass, men may go here to have a tryst. For the purposes of the tautonymph YouTube channel, I would defer to the geologic definition. The swale, which is sort of like the, I've heard it described as the deserts of the beach because we have like the primary dunes. Towards the ocean, protecting all of this area from a whole bunch of salt spray and stuff, but it's still a little bit barren. There's a lot of shrubbery and many birds. There's many towies. They're doing a lot of calls and vocalization. The whistle, yep, the towee whistle, and then that one up there is just singing. And there was a yellow-breasted, black-capped bird a little while ago that I'm not familiar with. But there are also mourning doves and grackles. I was gonna make a joke that I don't remember what it was though.
There's no gulls at Sunken.
Yeah, I guess there haven't been gulls. There's a lot of least terns. And a barn swallow.
Okay.
Which, honey, swallow, that might have a different meaning up here. I've been seeing a lot of barn swallows this weekend. And they're one of my favorite. I think my favorite bird is the chimney swift. And although they're not technically in the same family, they have convergently evolved to have a similar body shape and niche. It's very beautiful. And that way is the pines. And then, according to friends, this way is Cherry Grove. But there's no boardwalk, so we're in the swale. They're scratching around for food. The towee scratch. It's not actually what it's called, but I think it's kind of funny. Look at him scratching. I think this is Cherry Grove. And then we spent about $1 million on 2 drinks and, I kid you not, 5 cocktail shrimp. But we still had a lot of fun, argued about Lady Gaga or something. Right off of the dock, I saw some ctenophores. They are not actual cnidarian jellyfish. As the sun emerged, we passed through the bay in the goal of reaching the sunken forest, which was the one thing I wanted to see on Fire Island. Whoa, you guys. So here I can show you that a horseshoe crab is more closely related to a spider than a crab. They are chelicerates, which refers to these little appendages meant for feeding, whereas in a spider they would be fangs, one hook to deliver venom and digestive fluids. In the horseshoe crab, there are two little scissors where they use to chop up food. And then spiders have book lungs, which sort of just deliver oxygen throughout their bodies in like a diffusion manner. But these guys, they have a book gill, which works kind of in the same way. The head is called the prosoma. So this is the opistosoma, and then this is the telson, or the tail. And these are my favorite animals ever. I want to get a big tattoo of one on my chest, but one with a notched tail, because one of the ones we had on my internship had a notched tail. And it turned out to actually be a male. We thought it was a female, but then it molted to its final molt, where it got the boxing gloves, which indicate that this is a male, and they use these to hold on to the female during mating. I just picked it up and my hands smell like fucking shit. My friends were like, that smells horrible, and I didn't realize until after I picked it up. I'm also very interested in how this sand is red. Got a whelk, and it is and it's right-handed. So viewer, if you hold up your hand, you'll see that the opening, even though it's a broken shell, is to your right. See these strands? Strands? These are the egg cases of whelk. A big snail. Whelk, they lay these egg cases.
Egg cases, that's full of eggs?
Some of them be snails. See, they developed all the little shells? Mm-hmm. Baby whelk.
Are they dead?
Yes.
Why? Why didn't they survive?
They got dried out. They didn't hatch before they got washed up. As I think about it, I'm definitely more of a bay person than a beach person because I feel like there's so much more happening at the bay. There's a lot of little things going on and then big things happening because of all the little things. Now I'm in a spider web. Oh no, I'm walking through so much poison ivy right now. Fuck my life. God damn it. Yeah, just touch my ankles. I'm gonna rinse my poison ivy off. These showers are kind of scary, but that's okay. There's at least the option out here in the Sunken Forest. We are an hour late to the visitor center. They have fish tanks inside. And we go on from Sailor's Haven. Got a Diet Coke. Well, can you tell me what this vine's called again?
Catbrier.
Catbrier. We have undoubtedly made it a good ways into the Sunken Forest, which was my goal. So, we're gonna turn back. It's so beautiful. Saw this mist coming down. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but sometimes it makes like a descending cloud. It's so cool. On the walk back, I encountered two birds I had never seen before. One presented as a orange shimmer in the trees. I could not get a clear photo. I see one. But iNaturalist was able to help me out and tell me that I saw the American redstart. And then as we passed through the swale, off in the distance on a pole, I saw what I assumed was a barn swallow, but turned out to be Tyrannus tyrannus, the eastern kingbird. If the genus and species are the same, when you look at the binomial name, that's a tautonym. Back in the meat rack, I encountered a female deer and I got a lovely photo with her. As we relaxed on a rooftop, I saw two more birds I had never seen before. A great crested flycatcher, which I think is one of the most beautiful birds I've ever seen in my entire life. And then I saw a pair of cedar waxwings. I think they are so gorgeous and look like an airbrushed painting. The rest of the night was okay. We went out to this party called Low Tea, and I think it's really funny because they closed the lower section of this bar for dinner, and everybody at Low Tea then moves upstairs to what they call High Tea. Something about that very obvious wordplay is really funny to me. Boarding the 9 p.m. ferry, we met somebody on there who also lived in Brooklyn, so I offered them a ride home, only to realize upon getting to my car in the parking lot that the battery had died. Just as the car became functional again, I heard a killdeer off in the parking lot, and I wanted to go take a photo of it so bad, and I figured that it had a nest because they're ground nesters and they tend to nest sort of like out in the open, but I didn't want to waste any time on account of the jump start. I would like to thank you all for spending your time viewing my pixels, these especially pixelated pixels on my webcam, And I would also like to point your attention to the new tautonymph Patreon page if you would like to subscribe and support the channel. I hope everybody is having a great summer, and I will see you all soon.